Hi guys, well today I'm going to show you how we get next year's runners from the strawberries that I've actually got here just behind me, and I'm going to show you how to prepare the compost and show you a couple of ways to actually set them into the pots, and I'll show you the results at the end of it. So I'm not going to faff about, let's show you my compost mix. Well guys, sorry about the lopped off head, but you're not looking at the head. And what I'm going to show you now is me strawberry mix that I do for me runners. I've got everything I need here. This is clover compost, this is old horse manure, and this is my mixing bucket. And what I do is mix 50-50. Should be enough. Right, now what I need is the same as this. Probably a couple more. Right, now then, here's where it gets complicated. This is where I make my mix, and we make a very sloppy mix, guys. Now let's mix it all in. Plenty of worms in that as well. Actually, it could do with a bit more water actually. Now that is perfect. I say you want to make it so it's a nice slop. And the reason why I do this is because I don't like to water the strawberries when I actually put them in these pots. Now we've got a load of pots here, and these are the pots we're going to be taking. Like I say, we'll get a scoop, and then we're just going to put the runners straight into that. So what we're going to do now is get the camera set up, and we're going to show you doing a few of these runners. Now we've done a pile of them, however, like I say, I wanted to show you me doing this slop here, and this is the consistency. It's 50-50 of compost and horse manure, but I got to stress you got to use really old horse manure. You can't use fresh stuff, it doesn't work as well. And like I say, this will make them strawberries fly away. So as you see there, 50-50 of the clover and the horse manure. Make it very sloppy, and make mud pies like you would when you was a kid. I'm sure everyone's done it. Me, I used to cover myself in it. I used to go in. Mother didn't even recognise me when I was a kid. But yeah, I love making mud pies, and well, take great pleasure in making the mix for them strawberries there. Anyway, as you saw, the mix is nice and runny, so we don't. The idea of that is so you don't have to water the strawberries, the pots. You know, after you've done it all, it's you do it there. Do it before you do all that. Anyway, I'm going to show you a couple of methods to take your runners now. So we've got 3 pots here, and we've got 3 runners. Now this is 3 runners on the same. Now you can see there's a beautiful root system here. So all we're going to do, this first pot, is make a big hole, and we're just going to bury the roots, making sure we don't bury the crown. There's the first one. The second one is on the other end. Funny enough, I can't believe the middle one hasn't rooted, but not a problem. So there's the second one. Now here's the third one. And what we're going to do, we're going to pin this to the pot. Now what we do need is a twig to do this. So I'm just bending the twig over like that. And what we do, we get the strawberry and we just pin the strawberry to the compost. As you can see, I've done quite a few here. So actually that's just come out, but we will do that again. And like I say, we're just going to pin that down now, and that strawberry will actually root from there. Yeah, we're still at it, still pinning these things down. Here's another pot, just starting a little bit of a root there. So what we do, gently use a bit of this twig and just pin it down, leave it there, that'll form another one, and so on and so on. So like I say, we've got quite a lot to do, so I'm going to crack on and we'll have a bit of a count when we finished it all, but I think there might be 100 or so when we're done. So you saw there, well, there's about 75% of them have actually got roots on them, so it's just a matter of fingering the pot, guide the roots in, cover them up. I will tell you though, you must leave the crowns above the soil. Don't try to bury the crowns or they just rot in the ground. And now with the runner what hasn't got the roots on, that's not a problem, because what you do, you pin it as you just seen there with a piece of bent twig. Problem we had finding a bloody bent twig. I should have got that sorted before I did the video, but anyway, you just bent twig over the umbilical cord of the mother plant, which is producing the energy for the small runner, and just pin it, and as soon as that particular little plant feels soil underneath it, it'll put shoots out into it, and away you go. Now you say, well, what's the proof in the pudding is in the eating, so we're going to jump 3 weeks forward and we're going to show you some of these runners. Now I think I said we're going to do 50 for me, 50 for my brother, however it's just exploded, and these are how many runners we've got now. Well, believe it or not, there's 200. Alright, let's be fair, let's be correct, there's 198 strawberries there, and bloody butterfly, get out of it, cabbage white. As you can see, we've just stuck them all here for the time being. You just have to keep watering them. On a day like today, we'll be watering them later on this evening. We won't be doing them right now, not in this sunlight anyway. We'd just be asking for trouble. But yep, they're the runners, all 198 of them, and there is others in the cold frame. Yeah, 250 in total. I'm going to do 50 for myself, 50 for my brother, and the rest we're going to be giving away. We will have a few die-offs, so you know, but at the end of the day, we've got enough to do my beds, his beds, and a few other beds of friends on the allotments, and it's a cheap and simple way to actually get new strawberry plants. I'm sure you've gone and bought strawberry plants from these garden centres and they cost you £2.50 each. Some of them absolutely rip you off, and like I say, once you've got a strawberry plant, you can guaranteed you're going to get 3 or 4 runners from each strawberry plant. So next year you're going to have 4, maybe 6. The year after, it just multiplies, and before you know it, you've got hundreds of them, just like me. Now these strawberries at the back are exactly 12-month-old. That's the mother plants are 12-month-old, not the runners. The runners are about 4 weeks old, 4 to 5 weeks old, if that. And we will be putting them in once the pumpkins come out and the squashes out of the bed. Just here, swing the camera around a bit. This bed here, once the pumpkins come out of there, we're going to put the strawberries back into that bed, and there's enough nutrients in there, chicken manure, horse manure. We will be capping it with some compost, the potato compost on top of it as well. So I reckon Next year we're going to have awesome strawberries again. We're going to have 100 plants producing multitudes of strawberries. This year we got sick of strawberries at the end of the day. However, there was other people who was asking me on the allotments for strawberries, and I couldn't give everybody them because we only had the one bed. So this year, well, next year, we're going to be back to full strength with 100 strawberry plants. My brother's going to have strawberries. We're going to be sick of strawberries again. But that's how I do my runners, how I take my cuttings. If you do a different way, by all means, put in the messages below, because I'm sure all my subscribers would like to have your point of view and how you do yours as well. I say there's more than one way to skin a cat, and yeah, that's it really for this one. Anyway, I'm going to leave you on this. Check this out. Well, that's it for this one, folks. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I say, if you like what you see, why not leave a comment or even subscribe to the channel. Funny enough, a few people said they've seen some strange things on the allotment just lately. To be quite frank, I've not seen anything, but if I do catch anything, I'll try and catch it on this camera anyway. Absolutely amazing, some of the stories people tell me, but I think they're just stories. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now, folks.